Finally some rest. Good idea to come to this world. Feels old school. Classic dangerous elements. High on the fantastical, low on the grim dark. What says you, my friendly new companions? Pass me another piece of venison. Wow, oh no! Heck, no. Too old school. Way too much danger. Terrinoth is old. 21 years, in fact, since my rune-bound days, when I quested across the lands of Terrinoth to battle monsters, help folks out, and ultimately defeat some kind of villain, whomever that might be at the time. Since then, there have been 7 more trips to the lands where fantasy takes flight. I will be the first to admit that this world has always remained quite basic. From Runebound to Descent and Rune Wars to Legacy of Dragonholt, the same evil factions trying to take over the continent, and the same heroes return time and again to thwart them. It's just the rules of the game that change. Strangely though, as crunchy as the first editions were, so abstracted the third editions became. The second editions seem to have secured a sweet spot for me personally, straddling a satisfying balance between being engaged but not overwhelmed. And I will say that this is an experience that depends on the luck of the dice. I had to craft my own mitigating consolation deck for when I'm truly whiffing and punch a hole in the sky. There are no less than 56 wannabe heroes to go on adventure with, each unique with specific traits, abilities, and archetypes of warrior, mage, healer, and scout. Many return not only in Runebound or Rune Wars, but also in the Aconite novels about their exploits. There is gear and skills to keep track of, but they grow gradually over time so it never feels overwhelming. The heroes don't have any real personal or lasting influence on the adventure beyond the actions they take in the moment, yet every character does manage to feel unique and relatable in a way that's comforting, even when what their unique ability happens to be is underwhelming for the task at hand. On the opposite side, I've counted no less than 43 different monster types and heard rumors of up to 20 lieutenants controlling them. They inhabit different environments ranging from wilderness to civilized areas, mountains down to the waterfront, and can be demonic in nature or just plain bestial. Defeat doesn't keep them from returning, however, as rumors might resurrect a lieutenant thought dead or a scenario in need of fodder calling up the same 4 and 5 goblins you feel are pulled from an endless population. I just make sure my heroes get rewarded with a little something after dispatching them. The plug-in adaptability of heroes and villains extends into the adventures themselves. Each campaign, of which there are quite a few, consists of a simple branching tree through which you experience your journey based on the success or failure of your last mission. Being a solo adventurer myself, I could allow the app to make those decisions and in fact run the adventure for me, but I chose for the fully analog Redjack hack that allows me to determine how the overlord moves its minions and decide how to bestow its powers on them. Elegant and intuitive, this system allows for the adventurers to take a life on of their own and my party companions to travel on the local map past events to meet our destinations where our next mission awaits us. There are enough heroes to rotate through if you wish to experience every one and see their growth during the campaign. And personally, I enjoy having one other adventurer beside me to meet the minimum of 2. That way, the nuisance that is bypassing enemies to get to the goal becomes easier, and one keeps the focus on the unfolding story rather than on the challenge itself. Descent has had a long-standing history of allowing you to explore a location through a myriad of tiles, each one gorgeously detailed. Well, at least in the editions prior to Legends of the Dark, which gave us minimalist tile art, which is just... Give me that unique tile that evokes a vibe, an atmosphere, rather than a mere functional grid on a token material color. Traversing across Terrinoth should be a colorful journey, rich in diverse biomes and indicative of the people that inhabit the land. The campaign maps help, but so do the close-up encounter tiles, even though I still feel the need to further enhance them with 3D terrain bits and bobs. The events and characters involved are inextricably connected to the locations they take place in, and you feel that in Descent Journeys in the Dark more so than any other experience set in Terrinoth. Runebound and Rune Wars had the grandeur seen from a bird's eye view, and Dragonholt was a singular personal tale. But Descent manages to give you that close and personal feeling without losing sight of where you are in the world. And if you want to know more about the history and traditions of the land, look no further than the Realms of Terrinoth RPG lorebook. In conclusion, the Gears of Descent 2nd edition are showing their age, and many a dungeon crawl of today feels smoother and more intuitive. But to this adventure, it feels as comfortable as returning home to a cozy fireplace and a loving family. Is it perfect? No. Leaving out the mechanics for a moment, even for a thematic person such as myself, Terrinoth feels stagnant as attempts to reinvigorate it have been met with disaster or public disapproval. There is no real edge to this high fantasy realm, and so it's rather old-school vanilla. Fantasy Flight Games has lost all interest, it seems, in developing the world further, and even with the novelization coming to a grinding halt, it doesn't bode well. Still, this game evokes special feelings with me that I cannot shake off. I've homebrewed it to a point where it feels less of a game and more like a tabletop adventure, one that automatically conjures tales of pure fantasy fiction as soon as the minis hit the tiles. It was the first game in my collection after I returned to gaming back in 2017, and it will probably be the last to leave my collection after all the other games have moved on to new owners.